Hello and welcome to November. The Grizzlies ushered out the month of October this last weekend, and with it the men's and women's 2010 soccer seasons. Both teams had a home and away match on the last weekend of the regular season, with the men at home Friday and the women at home on Sunday, and each team also hosted a Senior Day and Parents' Day over the weekend as well.
The ASC men were at Murphy Field taking on 4th-ranked Colorado Mines Friday. Prior to the match, seniors David Powers, Tyler Corbin, Beverly Hoder, Diego Santos, and Bruno Falcao were recognized in a short pregame presentation, and the parents of the Grizzlies men's soccer team were recognized as well. After falling 10-0 to the Ore Diggers in their first ever meeting earlier this season, the Grizzlies hung with the RMAC leaders, trailing just 1-0 at the half, but Mines scored 4 more second-half goals en route to a 5-0 win over ASC.
The Adams State women's soccer squad was on the road at Regis on Friday afternoon in hopes of claiming the 6th and final spot in the RMAC tournament, but a Grizzly loss to the Rangers, coupled with the UC Colorado Springs defeat of Nebraska Kearney, gave the Mountain Lions the 6th and final spot in the RMAC tournament.
But the women were at home on Sunday to finish the season and honored seniors Bri Aiken and Theresa Zachary, as well as all of the women's parents, before their 2010 finale with Nebraska Kearney. The Smith sisters hooked up for the first goal of the game as a corner kick from Kaylee was placed past the Loopers keeper by Whitney for a 1-0 Grizzly lead. Junior Jessica Helweg then scored her 6th goal of the season to tie for the team lead, scoring the eventual game winner on a header that was assisted by Alyssa Smith.
The Grizzly men's footballers were on the road at defending national champs Fort Lewis for their final game of their 2nd season of existence, and after falling to Fort Lewis 6-0 in their first meeting of the season, fell to the Skyhawks 3-0 on Sunday afternoon. Freshman keeper Dylan Lee made 18 saves over the weekend to raise his season total to 98, setting a new single-season record for Adams State and breaking the previous record by 1 stop. The Adams State football team was on the road in Golden, Colorado on Saturday for a matchup with the 16th-ranked Ore Diggers and had an upset on their mind. The Grizzlies were up 10-0 early but entered the half trailing 17-10. However, not long into the start of the second half, sophomore linebacker Nathan Wiggins picked off the Ore Diggers' Clay Garcia and returned the interception for a touchdown, his first career score. Dan Palmer, who scored 3 touchdowns for the Ore Diggers on Saturday afternoon, put the Ore Diggers up 24-17 with just seconds left in the third quarter, but the Grizzlies had a chance late. Adams State drove 66 yards on 14 plays, but a fumble in the red zone with just under a minute left to play was recovered by the Ore Diggers and sealed the 24-17 victory over the Grizzlies. Adams State outgained Mines to the air Saturday 257-244, but struggled with the ground game, racking up just 38 yards to Mines' 131. Delton Prescott recorded a career-high 10 catches for 97 yards in the effort, and Scott Kellogg returned 4 kickoffs for 162 yards, including returns of 50 and 60 yards.
While the fall sports are beginning to wrap up, the Adams State men's and women's basketball teams are fast approaching to start their 2010-11 seasons. The men will be in action for their first exhibition game this Friday, November 5th at Utah, and the women will begin their exhibition schedule next Monday at Weber State.
We're here with Coach Wilson. They just finished practice this morning. And Coach Wilson, you've had a few weeks with these guys now. You've been in some intense practices and getting ready for the season. What's your thoughts on the team right now? What do you see as the team's identity with the first exhibition game, which just days away?
Scott, the identity we're still trying to establish. What we like our identity to be is a team that pressures on both ends of the floor, that we put pressure on people, that we are always attacking, that we get up and down the floor. That we'd like that to be our identity, but we're trying to establish that. We have a lot of new guys. 9 junior college transfer recruits, and then 8 guys and a new coach. So we got a new driver of the car, and we got a bunch of new passengers, and we're just trying to figure out where we're going.
What with these first few games coming up, these exhibition games, and a nice little road trip here for that, what are you hoping to see? What are you hoping to get out of these exhibition games?
Exhibitions, we use them, they're practices, but they're an opportunity. It's more like a dress rehearsal for the real thing. We'll put our uniforms on, and we'll play before a crowd to give us kind of a game feel. My intent is to play as many people as I can, to get as many rotations as I can get in, to find out about our players, to find out about guys in different situations. But they're I don't want to call them glorified practices, but they're high impact practices.
Obviously still early in your time here and still getting to know a lot of these guys and what they're capable of, what they're going to do on the court, especially not having seen them in a real competition setting yet. But what do you see as the potential for this team this season?
I think at some point, I truly believe this, I believe we're going to be a good team because we are very athletic, we have very good quickness, and we have a lot of depth. So at some point, we're going to be a good team. I can't predict right now when that's going to be with so many new people in a new system. But I am fairly certain at some point we're going to be a very good basketball team. I have a lot of confidence in that because I like the talent level of our team. I like the character of our players. And I think a lot of the things that are happening with the team off the floor as a group are going to help us on the floor. I think there's a development of trust that's taking place within our team. And so, Scott, I feel very good that at some point we'll be a good basketball team. I just can't tell you when that's going to happen. I hope sooner rather than later.
All right, well, we do too. Thank you very much, Coach, and good luck in these upcoming games.
Thank you.
Right. We're here right now with Joe Bustos, a senior guard for the Grizzlies women's basketball team. And first of all, congratulations both to the team on being picked to win the conference in the preseason poll, and to yourself for being named the preseason player of the year. Obviously, you're used to garnering some RMAC accolades, having won several in the past. What does being named preseason player of the year mean to you?
I mean, it's a huge accomplishment, and it's something I've been hoping and striving to get to, and I guess hard work pays off, and I'm just glad it's finally here.
Does this feel like any added pressure to you, or is this not even compared to the pressure you kind of put on yourself to lead the team and have a good season?
Yeah, I think I put the most pressure on myself than anybody, and if anything, this is just an accomplishment, and if nothing else comes out of it, then nothing else comes out of it. But as long as I play hard and play smart and play together with my team, then I think things will fall into place.
Now looking, you've got some exhibition games coming up very soon here and a trip to Hawaii on the way up too. What are you looking for? What is the team looking for in these early season games? Obviously going to be a little difficult with all the traveling going on here, but what's the goal here? What are you trying to find out about the team right now?
Well, I think we're just trying to find out how we can play together with the new players and stuff. And I mean, as long as we play hard and stick to what we're used to, I think everything will go okay.
What is kind of the big expectation for the team this year?
Oh, we have so many expectations. I mean, we're aiming for that conference championship. You know, we want to get to the tournament again. We want to go far into March, and our goal is, of course, the national championship.
All right, well, thank you very much, and once again, congratulations.
Thanks, Scott.
Yep. The Grizzlies volleyball and football teams will be wrapping up their home schedules this weekend as volleyball hosts Mesa State and Plaquey Hall at 7 p.m. on Friday and Fort Lewis at 7 p.m. on Saturday. Football will host Mesa State at noon at Rec Stadium on Saturday. The Grizzlies men's and women's cross country team will be back in action in Las Vegas, New Mexico at the RMAC Championship.